Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports' presentation of the NBA. I'm Damon Bruce. And now let's turn it over to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke at the arena. I'll have more for you at halftime.
Yeah, I said it, we are. You can call me Caesar, in a dark Caesar. Please follow the leader. So Eric B, we are. Microphone fiend, it's the return of the. It ain't nobody fresher. I'm in Mason, Martin Margiela on the table screaming. The other side, they jealous. We got a banquet full of. They got a table full of fellas. Yeah.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. Only thing that's on my mind is who gon' run this town tonight.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Kevin Martin and Chandler Parsons at the 2 and 3. Patrick Patterson is out there with Jawan Johnson. And it's Lynn in at the point guard position. So the Rockets win the tip. Kevin Martin on the wing. He kicks to Parsons. And some nice passing there by Houston. Latrey. Back to Johnson. Backs him down. Another shot. And that one's good. Johnson's got the first points up on the board for the Rockets.
And that's a nice way for his team to get started.
Yeah, really nice start for his team to get out in front here.
Trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, it was a disappointing season series a year ago. They split against a team they thought they should have handled pretty easy.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans too, Clark, on a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcers.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
To the middle. That's blocked. Lays out. And the Rockets with possession here. And just to touch again on what Steve said, they had a 500 record in their games last year, but you know, they expected to do better.
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, against these guys, one of the worst teams in the conference last year, a split is not a good result. It's actually borderline unacceptable.
Number 9. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Martin. Here's Patterson, and he throws it down with one hand.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Lynn. Now the pass to Martin. Lets the three fly. And it's Martin again missing. Number 45. No good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets ahead. They're up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Tune in next Wednesday night. Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Live from Chicago. Hoops Action.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Number 10, shot denied. Now Delfino. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Rockets. Carlos Delfino out there with Royce White. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Tony Douglas. And it's Johnson in at the 5 down low. Number 5. He's guarded by Johnson. They get it back. 1:14 left to play here in the half. Number 23, White covering, goes back up. Rebounded by Douglas.
Really strong performance by them so far in the glass.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow. Ammonia strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with 2 hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. So both teams changing it up here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Number 13, the rebound by Patterson.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level. The defense caught dozing off that time.
Yeah, those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And not sure what he was thinking there. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
And what stands out from that game, Clark, is that they let a lot of points slip through their fingers at the free throw line.
Yep, and I think some doubt started to creep in as well when they kept missing their foul shots. Guys seem to tighten up and start alligator arming those things.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
And the first one at the line is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And both free throws good for Martin.
Always someone you love having at the line.
Number 11. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. That'll do it for the first half. Rockets lead by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
I hope you're enjoying your Thursday night in the NBA. Let's dive right into things. It's been the Rockets having their way. A big game for them right now. A win here would move them into the 8th seed in the conference. They felt the impact from Juwan Johnson. He's got 4 points and has added a few blocks to that stat line. And for the home club, it's been all hustle. They've done all the little things, made all the hustle plays, and that's been the difference. Looking at the games that are coming up in the NBA, the Nuggets will face off against the Mavericks out in Dallas. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And one game also on the docket, the Suns out in Phoenix will go up against the Clippers. Some teams in the West facing off there. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And another game that's coming up, the Trail Blazers are playing at the Rose Garden as they go up against the Lakers. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Well, Patrick Patterson in this one, 4 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
Number 45. Off target from three-point range.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Turn for the Rockets. Jeremy Lin and Kevin Martin manning the backcourt. Chandler Parsons out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Johnson in at the pivot spot manning the middle. They set the pick. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
No doubt the Golden State fans, some of the best in the league, they want to see their Warriors win that one.
Rockets leading by 16. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Lin's shot is off.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Number 7. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And something to watch from him, guys, just his hustle defensively. He seems to fly around the court, and he's able to block shots from impossible angles because of that effort.
Steve, you got to love a player like that willing to bust his booty the way he does. I mean, he pursues the orange like nobody else.
He's off on the first, so both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Now here's Douglas. Not a lot of room. Martin attacking. Dishes it to Johnson. The second chance effort. And Martin with the nice bucket inside.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Number 13. Number 11. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Rockets leading by 15. Here's Douglas. Launches a three. Outside for Martin. And it's Martin again missing. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Rockets on top, up by 15. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Tune in next Wednesday. John Wall and the Washington Wizards take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. It's a battle in the Southeast Division. Don't miss out.
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Uncontainable Game. Let's go to Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin, and it's the Rockets with the Uncontainable Game Award for the offensive stretch they put together. They wanted to come out strong early on and apply pressure at both ends of the floor, and it's done the job for them as they are in a position to win.
Doris, thank you. That was quite around the head, quite exemplary of what we think of when we think about that turning point. Definitely a Sprite Uncontainable Game moment.
Yeah, you won't get any argument from me, Kevin. It was as big a factor in this game as anything. You know, when a team builds up that much momentum, it just becomes so hard to turn the tide back around.
Yeah, Steve, they just kept the throttle down. They sensed an area of weakness, and then just continue to exploit it, never letting up.
Patterson passes to Jones. Outside, Martin. Goes up at the stripe. Again, Martin missing.
That's a look that he'll never pass up, the one he'll usually never miss.
And for the Rockets, Kevin Martin and Chandler Parsons at the 2 and 3. Patrick Patterson is out there with Terrence Jones, and it's Lynn in at point guard.
Yeah, one thing about him, he's a terrific finisher at the rim. You let him get in close, you can chalk it up.
For some, it's great touch. For others, it's athleticism. One thing's for sure, though. When you can finish amidst the tall timber, that's the best, highest percentage shot in basketball.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the boards, but you have to be smart. He went right over his back on that one. Not a good play.
I think he was just over anxious that time.
Jawan Johnson's checked in for Houston. Douglas comes in for Kevin Martin. Taking a look at the Rockets. Jeremy Lin is out there with Tony Douglas. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Jawan Johnson. And it's Patterson in at the 4 slot. Stolen by Jeremy Lin, number 45. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, it is really hard to miss shots that close to the basket.
There's a minute left in the 4th quarter. And here are the Rockets now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Douglas kicks to Johnson. Puts it up from 12. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. And the Rockets lead by 13. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. Guys, I know we've been battling. You may feel a little bit gassed, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath and let's get it done. Kevin?
Number 78. He's guarded by Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Number 23. Shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson right side. He dishes it to Forbes. From about 16. That's good on the jump shot.
And they're closing this game out in style. I mean, I like what they're doing here, competing till the very end.
That's certainly what it looks like. I mean, there's no let-up in them so far.
Pulls from the top of the key. No good.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.